I wasn't going to record my walk tonight, but I love listening to these birds communicating with each other. Can you hear them? It's like a Morse code. It's definitely a language. Listen to that. Those are very intentional sounds, which tells me that's language. I could be wrong. Who knows? I know nothing about birds. Are birds speaking a language? To my ears, it sounds like it. It's kind of like when our Great Pyrenees dog, Kelsey, and the neighbor dog would bark at each other. And hi. And I remember telling Mike, they don't hate each other. And he asked, well, how can you tell? And I said, well, because they never interrupt each other. And he listened. And sure enough, they always waited for the one to stop before the other responded. They never stepped on each other's bark. They never interrupted each other. And to me, that said everything. Wow, there's people donating a lot of really cool shit. Like, look at this. This is probably so heavy. This is pretty cool. This thing. I got the coolest little table. What I like so much about that table that I found is that beautiful vintage antique. Not antique. I definitely would say vintage. Hardwood. Beautiful gloss and stain. Real wood. Solid construction. And very cute. And I think a very pleasing shape. And it's nice and small. And I've been looking for a small table. I haven't really been looking, but I've been thinking about looking for a small table for either for my front porch, for people to drop off my packages, like food delivery, stuff like that. So I love how whenever I'm really looking for something that seems inspired in a meaningful way, something shows up. So, wow, look at these chairs. Look at this round table. Look at all of this is being thrown out. People are really throwing out a lot of stuff this week. Last couple of weeks. But let's check out this cool table. I'm not going to take it, but it's just a cool tabletop. This tabletop right here. Look at that beautiful round tabletop. It's one of those things where you're like, oh my God, you could do so much with that. You could sand it and use it as a canvas. You could easily find legs for it and then put it in the backyard or something. But the problem is it's wood. And with any kind of wood furniture that you find here, you got to be thinking about winter and things like that and what that would do to wood. So you don't want to leave wood out in Ohio, right? So anything you're going to have outside, you really don't want to be wood. So a round table like that, you would really need a use for. And I can't really think of one. Except if I was going to sand it and then gesso it and paint it or paint something like a mural or something on it, which would be freaking cool. But I guarantee you that round tabletop is heavy. And there's no way I'm rolling it home. I think it would damage it. And then you have to resand it. It would just be a pain in the ass. For me, it would be more trouble than it's worth, especially when I already have so much going on. But it is a beautiful early morning for a walk. It's about 4 in the morning, which is, you can tell because the birds are all waking up and they're all very excited and networking and happy. And like last time, I brought my coffee from home. See, the thing, you can't go out and expect to get coffee because the coffee machines at like the restaurants and stuff are pretty much like they're all closed. There we go, I'll fix that for that guy. Does that look better? Yeah, that's better. But it's good, you know, I just had some snacks, thinking about my mom. So if you can, pray for my mom. She fell yesterday, wound up in the ICU, cracked a vertebrae in her neck, and punctured her lung, which collapsed her other lung. So I have no idea how she is. She's alive, thankfully. But I have no idea what's going on with her right now. So I'm just going out on this walk in large part to connect my spirit with hers through God. Praying she's okay. Oh, got walking down the street, so we're gonna go. Wait. It's early, so. Hey, good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Hanging in there, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care. I don't know. I mean, I've definitely gone down this street before, but I haven't done a whole lot of walking down this street. Because I usually turn right or left a couple streets back. I usually don't go down this far. But I thought, you know, I could do things a little different. So this person put out this cooler, which means there's probably like millions of dollars in there. I could really use the money. I don't want to get it from my mom passing though, please. I'd like to get the money through maybe a loan, you know, or a good business coming in. Maybe my GoFundMe does well. You know, you always hear about like some people's GoFundMes making crazy money, you know. And here I am, I'm adopting these 2 stray cats that I spent months getting closer to and helping for them to feel safe around me. But now that they've both moved in, I got to get them both to the vet. And I'm trying to pay off my house loan. And I'm thinking, man, these billionaires could really help me out. I mean, literally with pocket change. You know? What am I asking for? $1,000? But how much do I owe total? Like 25 grand. Because I got the loan. I got my credit cards. Got work supplies. I've got the cat vet bills. It's like 25 grand. Which of course I'm not going to put. I only put $1,000 as the goal for the GoFundMe because I'm not holding anyone responsible for that money but me, because I got the loan and everything. And I mean, it was helpful, right? It allowed me to get like a bed, a mattress, and couch and things I needed for the house. And I'm not saying $25,000 went to that. I'm just saying my entire debt altogether is like 25 grand. But yeah, what would I do if somebody actually donated 25 grand to my GoFundMe? I mean, I have been so stressed financially, like most people, right? Like most people, I've been stressed financially. And it's been a struggle, constantly sweating and working all the time. And I can be smarter with my money, and I'm working on that. Any extra money I get is going towards paying these off, regardless of any pie in the sky bullshit, right? Because you can't rely on that. You can only rely on your own hard work and doing the best you can for your customers. And then respecting the little bunnies. Hi. Well, what else is new? Apparently me and Julia are broken up, kind of on a break, and mostly because we're long distance. And I really felt like we weren't really connecting in the easy way I would expect a couple should. You know, like I really was hoping she would connect more with me and living here and the area and my work and the business, and I mean just on any level, I'm not saying fully in 100%. I'm just saying that she'd be interested at all, and or my music, or doing music together, or moving, or feeling, loving the area, connecting with the area. She's only been here twice, so I can't really expect that. That would be crazy. That doesn't happen so quickly. But like sharing like Final Fantasy 14 with her, she's a gamer. She seems to enjoy it when we do it, but she never would go, hey, let's play Final Fantasy 14. Ever. That never happened a single time. So I felt like, and it's hard to know if you're really connecting with someone if you're not feeling the back and forth, right? If it's always coming from you. Now, obviously, she came out here and visited. That's a huge thing, right? But then it has to be followed up. We had to follow up with the little things. And if those little things aren't there to keep cultivating that relationship, a couple of big things aren't enough. Because a relationship is not made up of big gestures. They're made up of day-to-day little moments of life, the mundane moments of life, And I kept hoping, I kept thinking, like, waiting for that to happen, like, where she would initiate more broadly and wider scope of things. And I think it's just hard because I think she was waiting for the same thing from me, which I'm not really sure how that makes sense, because I felt like I was. I would like initiate, hey, let's do a Bible study. Hey, if I had something planned and she mentioned something else we could do, I would drop my original plan many times to do something with her. That was her idea. Whether it was Bible study, other things as well. And so I felt like I was making an effort to show interest in her. That I guess I didn't feel was really mutual. And, people don't have to completely share everything together, right? It's healthy to have your own interests, I think. I know plenty of couples who have their own interests. Good morning. So, I think what it comes down to is just, it's difficult having long distance. Long distance relationships are hard. Should we see what's over here? Okay. Now, what street are we on here? Brown, okay. So I'm just wishing and hoping and praying that Mom's okay. Douglas, thankfully, Douglas is flying out. I believe Valerie might be flying out as well. Being I don't fly, it's a long trip for me to go out there. Maybe I just need to get on a plane. I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I'd love to see my mom. I need to see her. So I gotta figure out a way to get out there. But for now, just thinking of her. Look at this. People throw out a lot of interesting things. And I just went in a circle. Okay. Because there's this, I was just on the last street looking here. And this is that second store that's always open. Oh, it's actually a lot closer than I realized. Because look, this is still our trash area. So that means, I think that means there's the two stores I know of that are always open are actually really a lot closer together than I realized. I don't think I need anything from the store. I've got my coffee. I don't need a sandwich or anything like that. What? I want to check out this street. This street seems promising. Or does it? It might seem promising. Well, how long has it been? It's only been 20 minutes. I think it's because I'm walking faster than usual, which is understandable. I've got a lot on my mind. I guess I don't know. I feel like with me and Julia, you know, her Christianity is like the most important thing in her life, and I can totally respect that. To an extent, you still live on the earth. Yeah. And I get it. I mean, maybe that's smart, you know, to be thinking of your own, like, salvation first. It's like putting your own oxygen mask on before you can help someone else, right? Like, we can't save someone from drowning if we don't know how to swim, right? So I get it, and I respect that. That it's just hard. Long distance relationships are hard. It's also difficult because I am running a business here and I don't fly. So for me, I was kind of, I guess, okay. Okay, let's finish the thought. I was putting all my eggs in her, hopefully loving it here. But like I mentioned in the past, to get perspective, it would be wise for me to go visit her, so I can get a sense of both places. It's just harder. It's not impossible. I don't know. My area has this, like, it's so easy to, like, walk kind of everywhere here. Her home is, like, really far away from everything. So it's kind of, it's, you know, so I think that is a definite plus for living here, or for doing stuff here. But look, if we really connected more, I think I would go visit her there. And then maybe if it was really working out, I'd move there. Either she'd move here with me for a temporary amount of time, or I'd move there for a temporary amount of time. And then we'd move somewhere together. That's how we would go. But I feel like we would be at that stage already if it was meant to be. Because it's always like, oh, I said all these things to you, and I kept hoping you'd respond to show that you're connecting. And then she would never respond because she like wouldn't read it or see it. And so now she's waiting for me to say something because she doesn't know this whole time I'm waiting for her to say something. And it's just that kind of misunderstanding over and over again. Like, dude, pay more attention. You know, shit. I'm saying, I'm like pouring my heart out. I'm sharing things. And I don't know. I think the way we communicate is just different. Like, I'm communicating with all my heart in all these moments. But she's very pathic in her response because she's not reading. She's distracted, multitasking, not giving it that level of attention. And so she's missing most of what I'm saying. And so not responding to it. And that's leading me to feel like we're not connecting. What is this? Huh. What is a mochi donut kit? Huh. And what's this? Alright, so I'm sitting here now on the side of the road while a car's going by because I'm feeling really silly. Because I want to show you something that I saw. Alright, so check this out. We've got this like velvet box. Ooh. And a piece of like a glass like table. But let's check it out, shall we?